What are the quiet, luxury brands that only the super rich know about? I work in the luxury travel industry. I know quite a few. Exclusive Resorts is an invite-only membership club for very high-end travel. They don't post their prices online, but I know people that work there. They have personal cell phone numbers for people like Jeff Bezos, Waltons, and people that live at that stratospheric titan of industry level. Their cheapest membership package is $100,000 to join, and can run up to $250,000. That's just the price to join the club. You have to pay for any travel you want to book on top of that. They have a $600 million portfolio of properties they own throughout the world, that only their members have access to. Want to guarantee availability for a finish line view villa in Monaco during the Grand Prix? Want to get a ski-in cabin next to the Waltons cabin in Aspen over Christmas? Want a luxury penthouse in Paris during Fashion Week? These are your guys. They cap their membership at 3,000 people, so you may have to wait for a long time until you can get in. Another interesting one, White Desert is your tour operator of choice if you want a private expedition with your buddies to the South Pole. Their packages can run $100,000 and up, per person for a private jet to their base camp on the Antarctica Plateau and then another custom-built ski plane transfer to their camp on the South Pole. Duxiana. For people who can buy a mattress that costs as much as a car. User replies. And fret linens. I have caviar dreams with a Target budget. User replies. I went with my wife mattress shopping. Duxiana has a shop in my town, so we went. They have less expensive beds, but the minute you lay down on their most premium bed, the first thing that came to mind for both of us was, well, I can see why this is worth $10,000. And that was like 10 years ago. I tell you all, this bed was astoundingly comfortable and also modular and could have old bits replaced without buying a full mattress again. So, if you think about it this way, that the bed would last 20 plus years, and with only nominal maintenance, it is kind of a great value, but the upfront costs are high. Also, I read there's a New York City Duxiana store which is actually also a bed and breakfast where you can stay in a nice room on the nice bed and decide if you think it's worth the money. I love this idea. Tailors on Savile Row. Wealthy people get their clothes custom made. User replies. I remember watching a news video of Prince William talking with locals in a hospital. The conversation turned to how the prince's son, Prince George, was doing. Prince William was talking about how he's growing so fast and they constantly have to get his clothes tailored as if the local guy is supposed to relate to that lol. Tailored clothes for a 4-year-old, at the time. User replies. This is the real answer. When it comes to clothes anyways, the high-end stuff is not branded at all. In my part of the world, most rich folks know at least one random, usually Chinese, tailor/seamstress who work out of their house. User replies. I was in China and Hong Kong in 2001. I still regret not having a tailored suit made for me when I was there. Not that it would still fit me today. User replies. In Korea, I had a motorcycle jacket made. Armor in the back, and on the elbows. I also included a place for my phone, and I had the guy sew in earbuds which I could plug into the phone but the wire ran inside the jacket. Very cool jacket. Paid like $400. I picked a general design and he modified it from there. John Law Bootmaker in St. James. Make beautiful handmade shoes for royalty, celebrities and rich types. They are well known but not a household name. User replies. I found a pair of JL riding boots for $300. They retail for $10,000. Was with a friend at an equine consignment shop. Saw these boots on the shelf and the leather looked like good quality, so I touched them. Wow. The quality of the leather is astounding. Pulled them off the shelf and saw the royal warrant. They fit my friend and she bought them. When we went to pay, the shopkeeper admitted those boots slipped by them. My friend contacted JL and they told her the custom boots trees had been made for them, but were not with the boots. I believe the custom boot trees were another $3,000. I tell her we have to share custody of them. User replies. Did the shopkeeper allow her to buy them? I've been in thrift stores where the cashier refused to allow me to buy something brought to the register because it wasn't supposed to be on the floor. Pissed me right off. If it's on the floor and has a price, it's available for sale. User replies. That's code for, I forgot to steal this item from my employer and sell it on my Depop. It's why thrifting in the PNW is total ass these days. We're halfway through. Enjoyed the stories so far? Let me know by hitting the like and subscribe button to help me grow. Enjoy the rest of the video. I had a rich friend once tell me that Gucci is what poor people think rich people wear. Since then I noticed that all of her clothes fit perfect, but she never has logos on anything. User replies. Gucci is what famous people wear when they get paid to wear Gucci. User replies. How is it that casually explained put it? I might spend $5,000 and wear Gucci to feel cool, but if I was actually cool, Gucci would pay me to wear it. User replies. There are marketing techniques that ordinary people would not even dream of thinking about, it is everywhere, and billions of dollars is pumped to advance them. User replies. I read that the reason celebrities look so much better in their clothes is that everything is fitted. I had a coworker who came from money and he would shop at thrift stores for vintage clothing and then would spend 5-10x the cost of the item to get it tailored to fit him perfectly. Few people knew he was rich because he would just say he shopped at thrift stores. But all the women at my company were just gaga over him because he always looked so put together. That and he was also an amateur boxer who rode vintage motorcycles, had a pilot's license, etc. Pretty much the stereotype of the Hollywood leading man. I used to be of the opinion that really wealthy people wore stuff that you wouldn't really notice, but disappointingly, having spent some time around folks with extreme wealth recently, the true answer is just, whatever the hell they like. If someone really liked branded gear before they were wealthy, you'd better believe they're going to be dressed like Ali G once they make it big. User replies. I used to work for a dude worth hundreds of millions who wore square-toe slip-on dress shoes with rubber soles. Probably got them at JCPenney or Target. He just didn't give a shit about shoes. Jeff Goldblum was on the Conan podcast and talked about where he got his jeans. It was from this hard-to-find shop in New York that not many people had heard of. Come to find out, not surprisingly, their jeans are insanely expensive and only the very rich could afford them. User replies. Jeff mentioned Schaefer's Garment Hotel, in Los Angeles, and they are about $400 to $600 per pair. User replies. I saw something online the other day of a place in a prime spot in Manhattan that sells old maps and globes. It's a very niche product and very expensive, but because of its location/reputation it has attracted an insanely wealthy customer base. User replies. Sounds like Argosy on 59th, been there for almost 100 years now, I think. User replies. They let me in the map room a decade ago because I told them I was a student. I was upfront and told them I couldn't afford anything. It was truly incredible the stuff the guy showed me. Amels. They are one of the best super yacht manufacturers in the world with over 100 years of experience. User replies. As someone who works there, thank you for naming us. Almost all of the well-known luxury brands have several lines. The ones with logos all over them are typically the cheapest. I'm looking at you, LV, Gucci, etc., which is why they're so common. The same companies will have more exclusive lines that are much more expensive, usually more classic in style, and they're not covered in logos, so you'd never know what brand they are unless you're really into that kind of thing. For example, my wife wanted to buy me a nice wallet, so we went to the LV shop. I liked one that had no logo on the exterior of it, just simple gray leather, and it cost twice as much as the ones with LV stamped all over them. User replies. It's like choosing the ad-free versus ad-supported version of luxury items. User replies. To quote my dad, if you wear branded clothing, you're putting in work as an advertisement. And we don't work for free. That's it. Did you enjoy the video? Let me know in the comments. My ultimate goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year and upgrade the narrator voice. So make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.